station. We're going to try some new formatting here. As you can see, Corey's in here. You're welcome.
Yeah.
We're not in Zellers. That's right. We're stationary. That's a new feature we've added, not moving around. Hope you like it. And instead of just kind of wandering around, we're going to just do like a real podcast and tell some stories. And I'd like to start off because I am really pissed off because you guys weren't there, but I have third period spare. So every day, third period, I go to the Chinese restaurant across the street from our school and get poutine. Yeah, I don't know why I go to a Chinese restaurant for poutine only. It's the best poutine in town. You don't even know. You don't even know. But, so I get there every other day, like I do every day. And the line is outside of the line was outside of the building. I'm not even kidding. Like, there was like people standing on the stairs to go up to the actual building itself, right? And that never happens because the guys in there are really cool about, like, they say instead of going out of the building, they'll make the line lead around, like lead them through the tables and stuff, so that everybody's still inside. So I go up there, and they did that with the line, and these jerk-offs were just standing there in the doorway. Like, I was like, fuck off. And they left. So I come in. I'm a little pissed off now, right? So I get in the back of the line. There's some asshole in front of me with like a duck call. And he just keeps blowing the duck call over and over. We were in line for a good 30 minutes with nothing but, well, I can't do it. You know what a duck sounds like. And I was just going to shut that down, this fucking windpipe. No sound except for a duck sound was ever going to come out of that guy again. I dealt with it because I need that poutine to get through the day. So, like, whatever. And we finally get to the part of the line where it's actually at the counter. And I'm like, thank Christ. So these four fucking cunts just walk into the place, cut me off, stand behind the asshole with the duck call, and right in front of me, and I'm like, no, not gonna fucking happen, right? They cut me off. I was like, excuse me, if you honestly think that you're in front of me, fuck off, back of the line. And she's like, oh, I was here longer than you. I'm like, I just saw you walk in, get your fucking dumb bitch ass to the back of the line. I don't care. I need my fucking poutine. Fuck off. And she gets all like, oh, whatever. Like, I was here first. So I turned to Hayden. He was with me at the time. And I go, some fucking people, man. Like, these people must be retarded. She goes, oh, they're not going to be so mean. And I was like, fuck you. And I just let her stand in the line there, right? So I'm not going to, I need my poutine. I'm just going to wait for another poutine. Yeah.
Call her a cunt, but you can't hit her.
I wasn't going to Chris Brown it. but I let them get their food. So it's finally my turn. And I'm just like, poutine. And then she looks at me and she goes, the guy who makes the gravy isn't here today. So we don't have poutine all day. I was like, motherfucker, and I slammed the counter. I shake it up and I started to walk away, and she calls out, I'm sorry, and I slammed the door. Like, no, not today, and I left. I was like, no, fuck you. My poutine, the duck call, that chick, the fucking cunt with the line
kids in the door.
That was the worst experience I've ever had in a restaurant. Fuck that. And I still haven't had lunch today. I'm cranky as hell. I gotta try and I'm at about here right now. I'm gonna try and like here. I'll try and stay at about here. Okay.
Yeah, that's quite a story, but it's not as bad as the time me and Connor were hanging out after exams last year, and Connor's like, hey, why don't we go sledding? There's a hill near my house.
Yeah, I was supposed to be there. You assholes didn't wait for me.
Yeah, I know. And so we head out, and what Connor didn't tell me is the hill's like this thick, and on either side there are just slants that
it's just a complete drop off.
And it's just into like forest and thorn bushes.
And fences, broken fences.
Yeah, that's Nick's fault. The fence is broken.
But
We'll tell that some other time.
that's another story.
And so Connor gives me this big, long black toboggan, and we go down a couple times, and we do like stuff, like we try to stand, it doesn't work. And so Connor's like, Ethan, why don't you just lie down and like head first, use your hands to steer? So I'm like,
That's a good idea.
yeah, okay. Being the fucking moron. I start going down the hill and I'm losing control. I'm trying to steer it off to the side. I look retarded. And so the sled flips out from me. I spin down the hill. I torpedo into a log with my head. And I blacked out for a second. And Connor goes running down the hill, laughing his ass off. And I'm holding my head because it hurts so much. He comes in, and I lift my hand up, and it's just covered in blood. And so we're going, and we don't know what to do. So Connor's like, man, I really want to go to Subway. I'm like, I think we should go to Nick's house. His dad's a paramedic, and I'm bleeding from my head. He's like, no, can we go to Subway first? Then I'll take you to the hospital. That's why I'm like, no, let's just go to Nick's. And so he walks up the hill. He makes me carry the toboggan back up the hill. Straight up, and he's like, you drag it back to the house, and I'll go tell Nick's dad. We get in there, and Nick's dad's like, ooh, that looks pretty bad, but in a scary way, because he's intimidating. So we,
Oh, okay, yeah. You can yell.
I know.
It's okay.
I think it's got to be my turn. And so we go to Nick's dad's house, and he goes and looks at it, and he starts pulling my hairs out of my head around the cut. And he's like, this might hurt a bit, because I'm pretty pissed right now. So he pours peroxide down the side of my head into the giant gash. He's like, you're probably going to need stitches. I'm like, okay, I'll go off to the hospital.
This is the part where I'm coming. They didn't wait for me. I'm walking home from school, and I see my mom drive by, and I'm like, okay, so she stops. Ethan's in the back seat with a piece of line paper held to his head, covered in blood. Connor's waving to me. I'm like, is there room for me getting here? She's like, no, just go home. And they drove off. I'm like, what the fuck?
We get to the hospital, and I'm in there for not even 10 minutes, and I'm already into the nurses thing, and she's like, we're going to need staples. She's Hispanic. So I'm already having a hard time. I've lost a lot of hair. So, I mean blood.
I mean blood.
My hair is my blood. Hair just flows through my veins. So I go, and she's like, we're going to take 2 staples. She's like, tell me what happened. And I explained the whole scenario. She's like, so tell me what happened. And I'm like, okay, maybe I slurred it. So I said it again. And then she pulls Connor off to the side. And she's like, look,
obviously this guy's a fucking moron. She doesn't have to tell me what happened.
She pulls him off to the side. She's like, let's assume he knows nothing right now.
Is this Mario?
It's to me. It's to me. You put the staples in your head. And so she comes up to me, and she's got this staple gun from her school classroom. And she holds my hand together and she goes, and I'm like, oh. I go to sit, she's like, all done. So I go to sit up. And she's like, no, one more. Juan Misio. She goes, puts another one in my hand. She's like, all done. And I lie down, like, you're fucking with me. She's like, no, sit up. Connor was my legal guardian for the next 24 hours.
I can only imagine what that would have been like.
And he wasn't there. I was there for 1 hour, and then I left.
Connor, you gotta tell a part of the story about where he was all drugged out and he saw the old lady. Tell it.
I don't even know.
The part where he sees the old lady.
I thought it smelled like a baggie. She wasn't even wearing anything. She's just wearing a trash bag. So
Oh.
she just looks like this, dentist take care of that.
Well, what you told me was what I heard from the story was Ethan sees this decrepit old lady and she's got a catheter in and she's got the bag and she's just
Taped on with hockey tape. It's just like a Ziploc bag.
there's pee in there, just the derpiest he's just pointing her out in front of everybody. He's like, she's peeing.
I lost a lot of blood on my excuse.
But at the end, we went to Subway.
I
He didn't even buy me anything. He's like, got any money? I'm like,
I made you watch
no.
me eat.
Yeah, he made me watch him eat Subway after I had a concussion. While he reads off the pamphlet on what he's supposed to do.
Just shut up and take a nap for a second, please. I can't deal with you right now.
I'm supposed to be woken up every 2 hours.
Yeah, let me sleep, don't worry. It's fine.
You've been a good boy.
Dick.
I gave you leftovers, I think.
Here,
Give me the crumbs.
I heard this technique that if I hold your nose and if you blow as hard as you can, your concussion will go away.
Yeah, that's in your head.
Purple.
Right away. Yeah, he's weird.
What was it? It was literally like 2 days ago. We went to Zeller's. Or was that yesterday?
That was yesterday.
No, it was like 2 days ago.
Yeah, it was like 2 days ago. We went to Zeller's. Me and Nick went to Zeller's. I don't know, look at you. We went to Zeller's.
Handsome man.
You are.
We went to Zeller's and it's closing down. Fuck you, paid. Goddamn.
Went to Zeller's.
Like everything is for sale in the Zellers in our town at this point. Like the mannequins, like the soda machine, everything is for sale. Everything must go. They'll rip
The cashier.
out of the wall and sell it to you if you've got the right money. So everything must go. So
They got Christmas
including
stuff.
including the employees. There's like nobody working there.
Yeah.
Some people don't know that.
But anyways, he wasn't with us, so we thought it's my turn.
Yeah. We got
We felt pretty
They
badass.
thought they could be the badasses for once, be like, we could do what Ethan can do.
Yeah, I never steal shit.
Yeah, we were just like perusing the toy aisles over there.
Yeah, and I was like, man, I see this little circle
Tamaguchi
thing,
thing.
Tamaguchi looking thing, and I was like, oh, I never use a string. I could just like yank on it.
And I had the same idea. I was like, if this guy does not take it out, I will. But he goes for it.
I just go for it. As I go to rip for it,
It was like beep, 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 beep. And then he had to hold down a button to make sure that it stopped beeping.
and everyone rushes over.
As he held it down to keep like, and everybody's looking over, like, as he held down the button to stop the alarm, I read the instructions. It's like essentially what it was like a Hot Wheels rape whistle. Like you tape it to your kids, and whenever they're in distress, they pull it. And the first thing he goes to steal is an alarm itself.
Every time
And then so he hands it to me.
I was like,
and
hold
he's
this
like, hold
first.
this, and he just walks off. I'm like, you motherfucker. So I had to like find like a heavy, like a toy, like a little plastic dinosaur, and put it on top, and then I ran too, because I knew it was gonna fall off.
Nick comes later to me on Xbox and he's like, guys, I had this awesome story to tell you guys. And he tells us the whole story.
I thought it was pretty great, except for the part where he.
For joining us on our first podcast.